Hey ladies, this is going to be like a get ready with me. Don't mind my looks. I'm looking busted right now, but I'm getting ready to fix my hair. Um, that's the thing about short hair. When you lay on it, just sometimes when you wake up in the morning, it looks really wild and really unkept. So what I'm gonna do is show you like a quick hairstyle that you can do on your natural hair. And my hair is kind of defined, but the front of it always unravels. The curls never keep in that area. But you can see here that, I still have my curls and everything, and, it's growing out. But let me not pull it because I'm pulling out the curls. But basically what I'll do is I'll put this on my head first because you don't want to have to put this on after you've styled your hair. And so then this lifesaver button is on. Okay. Lord have mercy, this looks so ridiculous. Y'all don't mind me. So this is just so I can pull this up. What I'm going to go ahead and do is just wet my hair down. I'm going to kind of slick it back. I'm going to gel it. I'm going to keep it off the edges because I've used like a fill-in product. Kind of work that in. That feels okay. Still feels hard. It feels hard because of the gel I used on it. But throw out some random topics. I know that I kind of went in the way of doing kind of like a Bible reading on my channel, and I see that's not really getting a lot of views. This is like a hair blend oil that I made that's supposed to help my hair grow. It's blended with different oils, so just to moisturize my hair. But I started doing the Bible readings, and that was mainly for myself, and I know that people may not be interested in it, but I thought it would be interesting to hear a Bible read in the voice of a black person, because I know that I sometimes listen to my Bible app and it's always like in an old English type of voice that sometimes I just can't get into. It's just not that it's supposed to be interesting, but it can be very boring because it can sound like Shakespeare. And so then, if I started reading it in my own voice, I'm like, well, some of these things I would like to see them with pictures, because the pictures sometimes help to line up the image, with the word of what you might be saying. So, that seemed to help a little bit, but that part, putting the videos and matching the pictures with it, kind of takes up a lot of time, and it takes up a lot of space on my computer as well, having to search for the images that match what the word is saying. And it, you can't always find them, in the photos a lot of times are not free. So I'm in between doing that and still doing personal videos about my life. And so I have a lot of topics that I can share with you guys, and you just, can go in the comments and let me know what you want to hear. One of the topics that I'm thinking of is doing a tour of my apartment. My new place is like 550 square feet. So maybe thinking of doing a tour of how I have that decorated and set up. Another thing I was thinking of doing is, what was the other thing? Talking about my marriage. It's a failed marriage. So, I may want to talk about that, but I kind of don't, because I'm still trying to keep a low profile from that person. The other thing would kind of maybe to talk about low self-esteem. I'm going to put this on. Okay, another choice might be to talk about insecurities or low self-esteem, weight gain, weight loss, relationships, dating in this climate, which is disastrous, dating on the internet. There's so many topics, so many experiences that I've had since I've last done a video. And, just in the climate that we live in, just kind of some things that I've come to term with in my life things that I've always wanted, but I kind of come to term with not having certain things in my life and how that's affected me. For example, how I'm 38 years old, have a failed marriage, don't have any children. And so I finally kind of come to a realization in my life, which has set me free from some things. So maybe, doing a video sharing on that topic. There's a lot of things that I can talk about, but I'm just not sure, how much I do and don't want to share. And I just don't know what you guys are interested in hearing. So, if you can drop me a comment on what you would like to hear, that'll be awesome. Just what type of things you guys appreciate hearing from me, because I think, I'm pretty honest and open about the majority of my life. And so, anything that you guys want to hear about, I have some deep stuff that I can share with you guys, but I just don't know, who can get access to these videos. So I want to be careful about what I say, since I'm still kind of dealing with some things in the process of trying to resolve some things and fix some mistakes that I've made. And, there's a lot going on, and, and some things I may not be able to deal with. Some things I made are not changeable, like, my marriage. Like, my marriage was done overseas, and it's a failed marriage, but I actually can't divorce the person because the marriage was not done here in the U.S. And so there's just a lot of things that I'm dealing with, not really dealing with, that I could share with you guys and kind of just give some information, because I know that we are human, and what I'm going through, somebody else might have gone through. So, just kind of trying to decide about what I wanted to share. I did make the one video about dating African men. I have a new perspective on that I definitely want to share and just put out there. But it's like, I also don't want to offend anybody, but I also have to say the truth as I know it to be. So, yeah, I would like to hear from you guys on what type of content you would like to see from me, what you would like to hear. Another thing, I recently was in the process of possibly going back to Niger, and due to my failed marriage and everything, and the guy that I married actually working for the company that I would be going back through, I kind of decided not to do that for my own protection and sanity. So that kind of closed some doors for me. Just dealing with life, it's a lot going on, and, it's a lot I could share. I just, it's up to you guys on what you want to hear. So, let me know what you guys are open to, or kind of what you like hearing from me, or what you don't want to discuss or hear about. There's some content I started to create it, but just I need a new computer, so that's also in the way. I also need a new camera because I'm recording from my phone. So yeah, there's things. So kind of, I'm a little bit under the weather, if you guys can't tell. My colleague is texting me. She wants to hang out tonight. So I'm just a little bit under the weather. Not to give away too much information, but I don't live in the same location as my family. My family is like in one area, and I'm in another location. And we did like a girls trip, and it was like 14 of my cousins who came up, and we had a great time. And ever since they left, I kind of been like in a little bit of a dump, like a bad mood. So, I'm just dealing with a lot, trying to learn how to deal with my emotions, trying to figure out how to allow myself to feel, because that's something that I struggle with as well. This is the oil from my hair. Just learning how. One thing I struggle with, let me share that, because I'm rambling. One thing I do struggle with is allowing myself to feel my emotions, allowing myself to express my emotions. I really, really struggle with that, because as a child, I wasn't allowed to express myself, and I was not allowed to be vocal about a lot of things that I felt within myself. So I would keep a lot of things within me, and I would never, have an outlet to express it. So as an adult who is 38 years old, I struggle saying how I feel. I struggle being present sometimes. I struggle with um, not with voicing my opinion. Something going on. Ever since the economy opened back up, the paramedics is going and coming like exactly this same time every day. But no, there's just being able to experience my emotions, process my emotions, identify how I'm feeling, allow myself to be present in that feeling and not self-medicating with food and alcohol or whatever else that you can do that with shopping. Just allow myself to feel. That's something that I'm really struggling with and trying to learn how to do. So, there's a lot that I want to possibly discuss, but it just depends on what the interest is. And of course, I'm not an expert, but I can share with you the books that I've read and the things that I've studied and just my own thoughts and behaviors towards, certain things that I'm experiencing. And if you guys have anything that you can add or want to add on to help with, of course we can discuss it or, just let that be a topic. But mental health has been my goal this year, and I'm kind of losing a taste for that. So just trying to stay present is what I'm struggling with, staying present in the day and the things that I'm experiencing, and staying present in my life, not just looking forward to tomorrow or wanting the day to be over with, So, yeah, I don't know. So, yeah, just trying to, I guess at this age, I'm just trying to find out because I've settled with some things that may or may not happen in my life. Just trying to figure out where my life is headed, what I want to do with myself, because I don't want to be the type of person who life passes by and I regret not doing half of the things that I wanted to. And also making sure that I'm not behaving foolishly either. Just making sure that I'm being productive in my life. I don't know. I'm rambling at this moment, and I'm trying to make my afro look lifted. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna do my makeup next. My colleague texted me to hang out, and so in the next video, I'm gonna ramble some more, and I'm gonna post this one. And yeah, that's it. This is the light signing out. My hands are dirty, so I can't kiss you guys, but.